I'm video recording this.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay. What you call it, John?
How you doing?
Nothing.
No, we got a call of a guy walking around with a large rifle. He was walking around with a rifle a little while ago.
Yeah.
Can I ask? Why for?
Well, I was going between that apartment and here.
Oh, you live up there in those apartments?
My wife does.
Okay. Would she have your rifle or something, or are you just walking around with a rifle?
Yeah, I was just walking around with a rifle from here to there, but there's no rules or laws against.
No.
Okay.
It scares a few people, you know,
Well,
especially near around a
courthouse
courthouse and everything.
Yeah.
Right. I understand.
Do you have any ID on you, sir?
Now wait a second. Let's go from here. One, I haven't committed any crime, right?
We have probable suspicion,
Of,
and we're allowed to check.
well, let's see. Krause v. Delaware says that you can't just pull somebody over just for the sake of pulling them over.
We're not.
Okay.
We got a call.
So Brown versus Texas says that unless a crime's been committed, you don't have to show ID.
That's not true.
That's not
That
true.
is true.
No, in the state of Kentucky, it is not.
Okay, so I can give you my name. My name is Joe, and I have fulfilled the.
I need your full name, sir.
No,
And
you
date of
don't.
birth.
Really?
Yes. Now, are we being inconsiderate to you whatsoever?
No, and I'm not being inconsiderate to you, but I have a right to privacy. I have Fourth Amendment protections.
You do.
Okay.
However, in this situation, we have the right to acquire also,
Okay.
because we did receive a call.
What was the call?
The man was walking around with a rifle.
Is that
And it
illegal?
caused-
Is that
it
illegal?
caused alarm to the public. Yes,
Is that
sir.
illegal?
We have the right to check that
Can-
out.
Didn't say it was illegal, and we didn't say we
So
were
if no
arrested,
crime has been committed
but we don't know that it's a
under
crime
Brown,
committed.
no, you don't
How do
know
we-
that?
How do we know
Do
you're
you
not a
suspicion-
convicted felon?
Do you suspect me of being a convicted felon?
No, but
Joe,
we
why are
need
you
to
making
check
it
that
seem
out.
more difficult than it's really worth?
I just,
Dude, all we
I
gotta do
have
is check you out, and if you're good, we're gone. You know what
yeah,
I
but
mean?
here's the thing. You don't get to come up on somebody that's not committed a crime and harass them and ask for their ID when they haven't committed a crime. If you haven't committed a crime, you've done nothing wrong, and Fourth Amendment protections.
Just because you think you haven't committed a crime, which
Well,
you
what
haven't,
crime? Well, okay, so you
haven't.
admit that I have not committed a crime.
No, sir. Not
Okay,
as
so
what I've
Brown
seen so
versus
far.
Texas. Brown. So what you've come up with so far?
Yes, sir.
So when you come up with a crime,
How about a Terry stop?
okay, so Terry, let's talk about Terry. Terry was he was a cop. There were some guys that were acting suspicious, and they searched his outer garments. Now you can see that I carry a gun on my side, which is not illegal. So you're allowed to search the outer garments on a person during a Terry stop when you suspicion that they're up to criminal activity. Do you suspicion me to be up to criminal
We
activity?
don't know. Carrying a gun this close to a courthouse, that's a
In the middle of
possibility.
town.
In the middle of town?
Yes.
There's a restriction?
Is there a purpose behind it?
We're allowed
A
to check
long
that
rifle.
out.
Okay,
Handgun,
so-
I can understand being open and you can carry,
Right.
but a long rifle that you can shoot into a courthouse, this close to a courthouse, there is a possibility of suspicion there, and we can check it.
That's really not true. That's really not true.
I think
If I was shooting at a courthouse, then the courthouse would have been shot, and then that would have
There's
been
a
a crime.
possibility.
Right. So there's a possibility that somebody has a
And
gun.
that allows us to make a Terry stop.
No.
Yes.
Terry. All right. So frisk the outer garments of my.
it also says we
That's
can
what a
ask
Terry
for
stop is.
identification.
No. That's Brown versus Texas says
And
that
we also, on the Terry stop, can ask for identification.
Go ahead.
if there's no crime been committed.
No, come on back down here. I've got into this.
Now listen, you understand at the end of this argument, I will show you my ID. I have a concealed carry permit, and I'm completely legitimate. But I want to point out to you guys
Yeah.
that you can't just.
And we're not. We're not just walking up to you that you were walking down the street with a weapon. We did get a call. People were concerned.
Well, I want to
We
tell
wanted
you.
to verify that.
I want to tell you that I understand your job, and I'm not trying to make your job.
Oh, I
If this is a
understand that.
civil conversation, we're just
And
talking.
trust me, there is nobody here in this that wants to uphold your constitutional rights and your Second Amendment rights more than I do.
Right.
I understand that. But you have to understand that we got a call. We want to verify that you're not a convicted felon and that everything's copacetic.
Right, I understand that. I will show you my ID.
Okay.
No problem.
Yeah.
But I just want you guys to understand that You know, there's not really a gray area on the law, and the Terry stop doesn't really apply because that's a search of outer garments. And Brown versus Texas is in full effect. That was, you know, that was ruled on. And Prowse v. Delaware.
And we're not stopping you for no reason. We did get a call. And
Well,
we have
but here's the call. Here's the call. I see a person walking down the street, and I say, "Well, that person looks suspicious," and you go and check them out. But the thing is if they're not doing anything and they haven't committed a crime, you really don't have the.
We're taking your word as opposed to taking that of somebody who called and said that you were suspicious.
You're not in
behind the
handcuffs.
courthouse.
You're not in
No,
the back
I
of your
understand.
cruiser. We're just asking for an ID, dude, and you're making this 10 times worse.
No.
Yes,
Like I was explaining to him, I will show you my ID at the end of this. But I just wanted to have this conversation.
And that's cool.
Why? Because
Yeah.
I don't think that the police can stop somebody for no reason. And now
It's
you're
not
saying
in-
that the reason
The
is
reason
that
we got a call.
right, you got a call of a guy with a gun. But here's the thing: that's not illegal. That's not an illegal act.
But we're allowed to check it out.
Right.
Okay,
And-
so you
And now
check me out.
Now I know that you have a weapon, okay?
Right.
I need to make sure you're not a felon carrying a weapon.
But see, possession of a weapon, someone holding a weapon,
That in and
that
of
in and
itself-
of itself is not reason for
Understandable.
that is
However-
DeBerry v. U.S.
we
DeBerry v.
can
U.S.
articulate this close to a courthouse, this close carrying a long rifle, which was the report.
Right. So if it's not a courthouse, then it's a residence or it's a barn
Yes,
or it's a
but-
gas station. You know, if there's not a crime being committed,
I understand that.
But if
Okay.
it's close to a school.
nah, well, you know, a
Courthouse.
school's got a
Different thing, but so does courthouse.
Yes.
okay.
Now who's Zachariah, Joe?
Who?
The guy. This bus is registered.
Right. So I'm visiting my wife
Mm-hmm.
here, and this is where she lives.
Thank you, Carrie Conceal.
Yeah.
Where are you from? Zachariah, Kentucky? Where's
Yeah, but I'm
Zachariah?
formerly from here. That's
Okay.
my old permit,
Okay.
and I got another one.
Where is
Check that
Zachariah?
one out. Where? That's Wolf County.
Wolf County. That's down next to Gorge, right?
Yeah, it's right smack dab.
Alaska. From Alaska?
I went up to Alaska for about 2 years.
What's it like up there?
Man,
I
made
either
I
you
made
like it or
90
you love it. It's what either you like it or you hate it.
I love it, but they worked me to death. I worked 100 hours a week.
What you do?
Drove a truck.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I say any kind of haul there. What is it? 18 hours at least to get from one city to the other.
No, not really. Like Fairbanks is about 7 hours away, and then from Fairbanks to Prudhoe is about 10 hours.
That's
But
still a long haul.
yeah, but there's nothing in between. There ain't no
Yeah.
there ain't no convenience stores. There ain't nothing. There's Coldfoot, and it's if you ever get a chance to go up in the winter in Alaska, I want to tell you, son, it is. Have you ever seen Northern Lights?
No.
If you were a primitive man and you didn't know any better, you would think that some bitch is alive.
Scared you to death.
Oh, yeah, like I stopped and it just looks like a creature just going through the sky. Like,
Really?
you know, if you were a caveman, you'd just be all like, oh God, it's going to get
I
us.
had a buddy.
I'd love to see
He
that.
went up for a month.
It's
and
amazing.
It drove him crazy because he went up during the daylight.
Right, you can't sleep.
Yeah.
July is the worst. I didn't sleep all of July.
Yeah.
So can I see your ID just to make sure? All this back. Okay. CDL, huh? You still drive down here?
I'm trying to get away from it. I'm really. It just sucks.
How are you and your wife getting along? Is that okay? I
We
mean,
ain't fighting or nothing.
well, I just want to make sure you are carrying a gun from an apartment. You know what I mean?
Oh, that ain't. You want to go talk to her? She's
No,
up the
she
shop.
didn't call anything. I just want to
Right.
make sure. I'm
No,
not
we're-
going to come back
we're
in a little
fine.
while and have somebody.
Well, she's got hers and I got mine. So
Oh,
we
she's
keep
got
the
hers?
peace. Yeah.
Okay. Well, hang real tight for me, okay?
We don't want to stand right in the middle of that. Huh?
Nice conversation with you guys.
It was.
Yeah.
I do enjoy it.
How you doing, boss?
Well, all right. How you?
Oh man, I'm 100%. These fine officers here surrounded me.
We're not surrounded. Beautiful day gets me out of the office.
Before that would be the owner operator, Anthony Haynes of Zachariah.
Okay, she had it wrong a little while ago. She said the owner was Zachariah. Okay.
The owner of the bus?
Yeah.
Oh, like that
That's
was
why I
his
was asking
name?
who's Zachariah. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, 10 for. Let me ask you a question, okay?
yeah.
Are you a part of some group or something?
No, hell no. No,
Okay.
no.
I was just wondering, because seriously, you made that a hell of a lot harder than it really
No,
should
no,
have
no.
been.
Like I was explaining to him, I just wanted to go, you know, through the paces and point some stuff out.
That's cool.
He
Yeah.
just still made it harder. Man, I could already be back eating my lunch.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh, you're all right.
And then we get all our hairs get all bunched up in the back because we're like,
There you go.
yeah, we're
Hair
starting.
on
Well,
me.
what we got here? You know, I got a militia. Do I got
No, no, no,
sovereign
no.
citizen? What?
No, I know it sounds like that, but that ain't it. I just I've watched the internet videos and stuff.
Well,
And
all
I've
of
actually
them,
looked
not
up.
all of them are right though.
No,
Okay?
and I agree, and I think a lot of them are jackasses for they'll put a gun on and go march around the mall and all
Yeah.
that shit. No, I was just traveling from here to there.
And we checked it out, and honestly, I wasn't worried about that once we got to that point. But then when I started asking for your ID,
Right, right.
okay, that's like, wait a minute now, something. Wait, maybe he's got something to hide, you know?
No, no,
And
no.
You know, I'm just that starts building suspicion. You know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying,
I mean,
but
that's-
you know,
it
we're
could-
casual here.
yeah,
There's nothing.
Nobody got upset or anything. It's just
I'm cool.
for further reference, you know, dude. Unless somebody's up in your face, jumping, you know, then you can start. I'd start spouting off to them myself.
Well,
If it's just casual like it was here,
right,
just get
right.
with the program. It's a lot easier.
I understand.
See that building over there? That's a courthouse. And
I
there's
know.
another one over there. Kind of stay away from those. That that gets people all worked up.
How long did you live here? So,
Oh, most of my life. Well, I'm from Robertson County originally. My parents own.
from Mount Olivet?
Yeah. Don't blame that
Do I
on
need to
me.
call
That
Randy?
ain't all
and ask
that.
him? You know Randy. Everybody knows
Yeah, I
Randy.
know Randy. Is
Okay.
Randy retired?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
retired now. They got a big old new courthouse down there and everything.
I thought they were going to get rid of the county.
No, it's still now. Deming burnt down.
It burnt?
Yeah,
Who burned it?
I don't know.
Was it an arson?
Well, this is gym part, so
The new gym or the old gym?
the old gym.
Oh, they're talking.
So
Huh.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it burned down. It burned down.
Well, listen, I'm going to tell you, anytime that you guys need to approach me, I have no trouble with cops. And I'm not, you know, I don't, but I just wanted to talk about what we were talking about.
That's cool.
Stay fine.
Yes, sir.
Later.
Yep, you have a good one.
See y'all.
See ya. What are you carrying there? What was that, 44?
This, can I take it out?
Yeah, slowly. That's a big honking gun.
Well, if you're going to do some work,
357.
yes, sir.
Okay. I guess up in Alaska you need that, right?
You know what? The people are scarier than the animals.
Oh yeah, I've seen some of the shows. Y'all different up there.
Don't blame me. That ain't y'all.
You were one of them.
I take it you're an advocate of open carry.
No, not really. I'll
He does have a sense of he does.
you know,
Because and he'll tell you the same thing.
Okay.
When we're not working, we've got a gun on us. You
Right.
won't see it,
right.
and the reason behind that is, if I go grocery shopping with a pistol, with a pistol hanging on my side,
Right.
if somebody comes in there that's going to do something bad, guess who the first guy they're going to shoot?
Oh, yeah.
And that's
When I was in Alaska, I carried this gun in a drop leg holster, like a cowboy style holster.
Yeah.
And then I had a little LCR in my pocket because they'll come up and rob your gun. They'll pull a gun on you and be like, that's a nice gun. You ought to hand it over real slow.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, yeah.
And you're talking up there, what? It's an hour and a half, or sometimes state for a state. Alaska state.
Forget the
Hell, it
cops.
might be
Cops,
days.
they put out tape.
Okay.
Yeah, and scoop up bodies. Everybody that's in Alaska is either running from something or running to something, you know, and they go bush crazy, and they all come to town. They get their big permanent fund disbursement, and they all come to town, and you got the natives up there. And I don't have anything against natives, but they'll sit on in their villages, and they'll get 3 checks a year from the oil companies for $50,000. Yeah, so they'll come to town, blow $50,000. I mean, just partying, drugging, whoring, just all that stuff till they run out of money. Then they catch a ride back to the village to wait for the next check, and that's what they do. And the natives, they'll cut you, kill you, stab you, rob you, rape you, just as soon as look at you.
That's what that Alaskan bush guy. He's going to jail for.
What he do?
He tried to claim that fund.
And he wasn't up there full time.
Yeah.
I was up there for 2.5 years, and I never put in for it. It's $1,000, and if they catch you, if you left the state for any reason whatsoever, and they find out about it, they take away your birthday and everything. So I never did fool with it. I'd have to be up there for 5 years before I even thought about putting in for it.
Well, we'll let you get back to what you were doing, Joe.
Alrighty.
Hopefully we won't have to cross paths again or anything.
No, if you